Hi all, so Sohaila has asked me to help with this particular question. Remember in our method, the first thing we do is we look at that last sentence and it says this use the systems of equations and to solve the system equations in part A. So look at part A, it says 3 equations from the price of each ticket. So we're looking at the price of each ticket. So if I look over here, I've already written them and we're talking about the cost of a ticket. So X is the amount of an adult ticket, and they've actually got that here too, which is really nice. They don't always do that. This time they have, including for the Y and the Z. Remember, it's the amount of to suggest that it's a price. In this case, we know the amount is in dollars. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to start working through my next step in the table. Remember, that's to create the table. So I'm going to look for 2 groups with 3 things. The first thing is always going to be my X and Y things. So I've got the price of adult tickets, the price of senior citizen tickets, the price of children's tickets, and they are going to give me a total. Then I look to see what other group I have. Well, I have 1, 2, 3 combinations that give me different prices. So that's going to be my other grouping. So if I have a look, 1, 2, 3 combinations. Okay, so let's have a look at my first combination. We've got an adult ticket. So we go 1 adult ticket. And it costs. So now I've got an equals here. Costs $3 less than. 3 less is minus 3. Then the sum means that I've got to add. So I'm going to add those together of A, so 1 senior citizen and 1 child ticket. That's kind of a different one. Remember I told you I would help you with negatives, and here's one of them. Okay, let's have a look at our second one. Our second one goes 1 senior citizen. So 1 senior citizen, 4 adults. So I've got 4 adults. And I've got 2 children. There we go, 2 children. And they pay a total meaning equals, of $68. Okay, remember the next step after this would be to include all your adds and minuses. The first one already having the add, so we're just going to do the same with the second one. Let's have a look at our last combination. We've got 2 senior citizens. We've got 1 adult. And we've got 5 children. And they give a total of $57. Now, obviously, this one is not set up the way that our calculator likes. And I think that's why Sohaila was having a little bit of problems with it. And I think that this might be a situation for a couple of you. So let's have a look. We're going to write out our equation and we're going to rearrange it. So I've got 1x equals 1y plus 1z minus 3. Remember, letters go on the left, numbers on the right. So we're going to take this one step at a time. We've got the y on the wrong side. The opposite of a plus y is a minus y on both sides. So I do that, carry it through, and that gives me 1x minus 1y equals 1z minus 3. From there, I can see that I've got z on the wrong side. Opposite of a positive z is a minus z, and I do that to both sides. Remember, I'm going to put it alphabetical. So I'm going to get 1x minus 1y minus 1z equals minus 3. Now that equation is in the way that my calculator likes. I'm going to write the other ones down underneath it. So I'm just going to write down them so that you know what the combos are. So the first combo we've already done. Our second combination is just there in my table, and I'm just going to copy it down. And I'm going to do the same with my last combination. Now I'm just going to very quickly write those numbers down so that I can put them into the calculator and show you solving it. And then we're going to answer it into context, okay? Okay, so I'm just going to get up my graphics calculator. Here we go. Again, I'm going to go into equation. I want it to be simultaneous with 3 unknowns. I'm going to delete what's there. Okay, and I'm just going to enter my numbers. So I've got 1, got -1, taking care with the positives and minus. I've got another -1, and I've got a -3. I've got a 4. Oops, doesn't let me type. 1, a 2, 68. 1, 2, 5, and a 57. And then I want to solve it, and it gives me my answers, which I'm just going to snip. Put it onto our page. There we go. Now just write those answers out. I've got x equaling 12, y equaling 10, and z equaling 5, and I want to answer in context. That means the price of an adult's ticket, and I remember my units at this stage, is $12. The price of a senior citizen ticket ticket is $10, and the price of a child's ticket is $5. Okay, hopefully that helps with this. Remember, I've gone through, I've got my stages for achieve. I've listed out what my variables are, with my x as the amount of, my y as the amount of. I've formed my equations and I've rearranged them here so they're in the form my calculator it likes, with the letters on one side, numbers on the other. I've solved in my calculator and I've answered in context. Okay, all the best, girls.